Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive in, I would like to wish everyone a happy World Bonsai Day. What an awesome day to celebrate bonsai. So today I'm going to be showing you how to needle pluck a Japanese black pine tree. So today I'm going to be working on this Japanese black pine. So like distributing energy on a juniper, which I'll put the link to the video up here, this is a very similar concept. So we want to distribute that energy, but obviously on a Japanese black pine there are little needles, so it's a slightly different. So what we want to do is start plucking the needles to get more light into the tree and let nice airflow go through between the branches. Cool, so we're going to start needle plucking this tree. So generally speaking, on the healthier bits of the tree, we almost want to leave about 8 to 10 pairs of shoots, and then on the weaker branches we always want to leave a few more needles. So you can see over here this branch has quite a few needles on the tree. So I'm just going to start by plucking the ones that are growing downwards, and the best technique is you don't want to just pluck them randomly. You always want to follow the direction that the needle is following so you don't hurt the tree too much. So you can see how this needle is facing that direction. So I'm just going to come in and pluck it off just like that, and I'm going to start plucking these needles over here. So the idea is we want, again, nice clumps of foliage on each of the tips of the branches. So you can see how this splits into 2 branches. So again, in my previous videos I talk about it, but you want to clean up those triangles or the armpits on the tree. So I'm going to come in here, and like I said, I'm just going to start with the ones growing at the bottom first. Just going to start plucking these off. You can see I'm going to start plucking these right over here, just cleaning them up. There's a few growing downwards still, but I'm just going to pluck them in the direction they want to be plucked. And there we have like a nice little clump on the edge of this branch. Now I'm going to come in and clean up this branch over here. And there we are, nice 2 little clumps of foliage. So we don't have to always pluck with our fingers. I know sometimes these trees can be quite spiky for some of us, but I way prefer using my fingers, but you can also use a pair of tweezers just to pluck the branches. So I also want to just show you an example on this tree. So this is what generally would happen if we don't needle pluck your tree. You'll see that the weaker branches will start dying off, and that's not what we want, because once these branches have died off on any conifer, they'll never come back. So what I'm just going to do is, obviously I'm going to have to trim these off, sadly, and I'm just going to trim all these branches off here because we don't need them anymore. So as I cut some off, you can notice there's a few smaller ones in there, so I'm just going to trim that off over there. Boom. And now you can see over here, this branch is very, very weak. So I'm not going to, needle pluck this branch at all. I want to keep these needles on the tree, and we're going to hope that this little branch will pull through when we take away a lot of the other energy on the other branches of the tree. So I'm just going to, if I see any little branches that are needles that are yellow, I'm going to pluck them off, but I can't see any at the moment. But you can see by the color of it, it's not looking too healthy and happy. So I'm just going to swing the tree around just to see if I can find any more. So I'm just going to give you a few more examples over here. So you can see there's one branch that splits into 2. So again, I'm going to start needle plucking the ones that are growing in that armpit. Just going to expose those V's. And this is also going to help, create more ramification on your tree. Always, if you're unsure, always remember to remove the ones growing downwards. You can start with those. And now with me cleaning this up nicely, you can see there's a smaller little branch over here. So now there's going to be a lot more light entering the tree, and now this little branch is going to get a lot stronger. And it's a really nice branch that we would need on the tree when we style it later on. And there you have it, a nice little clumps on each branch. I could probably take a few more needles off, but like I say, this is also not my tree, it's one of my clients' trees, so I just want to be extra safe. So I hope you're having a lovely World Bonsai Day. This is the most beautiful art form you can get into. So grab your bonsai today and start needle plucking. See you guys all next week. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and give me a follow on Instagram.